welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a Q&A part 2. So, like I said in the part 1, I will leave the little I above here for the direct link for Q&A part 1. But the part 2 is basically the second part of the part 1. Obviously. Sorry, but I've got my laptop just here. That's why I keep looking there. But yeah, like I said in the part 1, I had so many questions that came in. So many people was like messaging me all the time with like loads of different questions. So I thought instead of answering them same questions over and over again, I'll just write them all down and then I can do like a great big Q&A. So for the people that have been sending me questions on Instagram, I hope you guys are watching and I hope all your questions are being answered. If anyone has any more questions or whatsoever that they would like to send me, then leave it in the comment section below or send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram handle will be in the description box below, so you guys can send me any messages or any questions you like. I will answer every single one of you. If there is so many questions, again, I will do a part 1, 2 of the Q&A. I still have a few more questions that's left after this one, so I'm not going to do a part 3 because there'll be no point. So let's get on with the juicy questions. There has been, like I said, there has been loads and loads of questions. It's been flooding in and there is another 13 questions here, so let's get started. So first question is, where do you go when you are sad? Like, before I met Nathan, there was a place that I used to go all the time. It was either like the park fields, I used to sit up on like a hill, or it was the beach. I used to just love sitting at the beach, just listen to the waves, the fresh air. It's so nice. It clears your mind with all sorts of lot of things. I still love going to the beach, don't get me wrong. I still love sitting up there on my own sometimes. It just clears your mind of everything and it makes you think of why you're sad in the first place and what good you've got in your life. And the second place that I would love to go, or where I go when I'm sad, is in Nathan's arms. If I'm sad, I just tell about Nathan and he just gives me a great big cuddle, and that's basically got to be my favourite first place of safety. It's got to be Nathan's arms. So I hope that's a good answer to you guys. Number 2, has living together put a strain on your relationship? Oh my god, no it hasn't. Even though our relationship has been on the fast pace, we done everything so quickly, it's not put a strain on our relationship for some reason. Like, I'm not saying that it is a good thing that it hasn't, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Like, it's not putting a strain on our relationship. Like, when we first obviously moved out and had our own place, we did have a little few arguments, but they were so stupid and so petty. Like, every couple has arguments, but living together, it's not put a strain on our relationship. Like, we love each other's company, we're all lovey-dovey, we're always kissing and cuddling. Sorry if it's too much information for you guys, but that's just who we are and we love it, and we just love each other so much, and we just can't afford to argue. Well, we can afford to argue, but we don't want to. We're not the arguing people. Next question is, are you getting married as you're getting older? Oh my god, no, not a chance. Like, I've always wanted to get married. I've just obviously had to wait for the Prince Charming to come along and swift me off my feet, and now that is Nathan. The reason why we're getting married is because we love each other, we want to spend the rest of our life with each other. It's got no sense of that I'm getting older whatsoever. Like, I wouldn't care if I was 35 the day we actually got married. I wouldn't care, because age is a number. Like, as long as we do get married and do spend the rest of our lives with each other, age is just a number. It's like our age, like I'm older than him, but there's only 5 years difference between us. Like, number is just an age. Age is just a number. I said it, asked about face. Age is just a number, and it doesn't really matter. And no, I couldn't care less if I was 35 and we was getting married, or even 40 and we was getting married. It's the body clock for a baby. That's what I'm worried about, not about getting married. No way, not a chance. Next question is, what is your biggest fear? Now, my biggest fear used to be like snakes, spiders. I still hate them, don't get me wrong. Anything with more than 2 legs, basically. Snakes, spiders, not slugs, what are they called? Centipedes. Oh, I hate them all. But my one biggest fear is one I had to live through and still basically living through now. My biggest fear was losing my mum. And I'm not going to go into too much into this question because it's going to bring so much emotion into this answer, but my biggest fear is losing my mum, and the day that she came, it broke me. It really did broke me, and I'm still living through it, and I hate that I'm still living through my biggest fear. Next question is, what's the most expensive thing you own? Personally, the thing I've bought, nothing, I don't think. No, I don't think I personally have something expensive that I own. But if you're classing it as me and Nathan together, then the most expensive thing that I own is obviously my engagement ring and my Pandora bracelets. There's got to be at least 2 or 3 grand, 2 or 3 grand, 2 or 300, maybe a little bit more with my Pandora bracelets, which I don't like wearing much anyway because I'm scared they're gonna fall off my wrists, and I'm not allowed to wear them at work anyway, so I keep them here safe. But yeah, personally, there's nothing that I've bought that's really expensive. Like my phone, I'm still paying off. My laptop, my other half bought me that. Oh, there it is. Actually, my Hollywood mirror, that was quite expensive. About £3 or £4. £3 or £4. What am I saying? It is nearly 9:54 as I am. The time is 9:54 as I'm recording this, and I'm going a bit delirious because I have so hot. I would put the fans on, but they are so loud. I'm so hot sitting here in front of all the lights and the cameras and everything. Oh my god, it's just so. Anyway, but yeah, the Hollywood mirror was about £300-400, I think, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, I would say the Hollywood mirror, my engagement rings, and my Pandora bracelets with all the charms, etc. to go with it is the most expensive thing that I own. Next question is, do you and your boyfriend argue? Like I said in the strain of the relationship part, we did have a little bit of an argument, but they're just little petties. Like, all relationships have arguments. If you do not have an argument, then I'm not saying that your relationships ain't strong. Like, some people can go through relationships without no arguments at all, and they're still stronger than ever. You know, every relationship has their ups and downs, and I'm not saying that me and Nathan's perfect, because we are far from perfect. We have our little arguments, we get the ump with each other sometimes, we have the strop, but we come back stronger than ever. But yeah, we do have arguments. It's just, they're just little petty ones, and they're just non-existent the ones that I don't like to listen to. But yeah, other than that, we don't argue. We're not the argumentative people. We don't like conflict either. How long does it take for you to get ready in the morning? Now, if you are saying, now, how can I say this question? Right. If you're saying from Monday to Friday when I'm getting up to work, it doesn't take me that long. I get up at 7 and I'm literally downstairs by 7:30. So I'm getting changed, brushing my hair, brushing my teeth, washing my face, spray and everything else, make sure my bag's ready, me overall and that lot's ready for work, and then I'm downstairs by 7:30, and then 7:45 I leave the house and I catch the 8:15 train. So that is kind of a quick process, and then I'm basically at work by about 8:30, and I don't start work till 9. So that situation is not that long because I don't put any makeup on or anything else. But if you're talking about like a date, if I know me and Nathan's got a date night, or got an anniversary or a birthday, then I get up, I spend the morning like just chilling, and then from about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock ish, I start thinking, right, I need to look at an outfit, I need to pick up my makeup, my shoes got to match my bag, you know, so it does take a long while. But if I'm just on a weekend just going out, it don't take me that long, half an hour to an hour, putting my makeup on, not that long really. So if you're thinking about Monday to Friday, then not that long at all. I'll say half an hour. I'm downstairs by about 7:30, but if I'm putting on a little bit of makeup, you're talking about half an hour to an hour. That's including my hair as well. Next question is, where would you love to live? Now, I love this question so much. When I saw it, I really wanted to answer them, but I knew I had to save it for you guys as well. I have always said that I would love to live in America. I don't know what it is about America, but I've actually been there a couple of times when I was little. So I have actually been to America and Orlando. But yeah, I don't know what it is about America, but I would love to live there. If we didn't have family and friends on the island or close to us, I would happily just pack up my stuff and move to America. And Nathan said the same thing, obviously not to America, but he would happily said the same thing, that if he had no family and no friends on the island, he would happily just live somewhere else. But yeah, the most beautiful place I would love to is America. I don't know what it is about America, but I've been there a couple of times and I loved it, and yeah, that's just the place I would love to live. Next question is, have you ever had a terrible breakup? Everyone has a terrible breakup. Yeah, I have actually. Like I said, everyone has a terrible breakup. Breakups are not exactly the easiest thing you have to go through in life, but you have to find, or what does that saying my auntie says? You have to kiss so many frogs to find your prince, basically. And that is what happened. I have had so many breakups. I wouldn't say none of them are actually like really terrible. There was one of them that I think it's wrong, but I wouldn't say it's like terrible where I want to go and find him and kill him, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's been a couple that's been terrible, but not terrible. Like, all breakups are terrible, but everyone has to go through them. It's not the nicest thing in the world, but yeah, I have had a couple of terrible relationships. Next question is, have you made any decisions on where you would like to get married yet, or what kind of wedding you want? Now, there will be wedding videos as well when we actually do start sorting the wedding out, but we have made decisions on the wedding. I'm not going to say anything about the wedding because there's going to be wedding content and everything, so I can't exactly answer these questions too much by giving everything away. But all I can say is the wedding plan that I had originally has now changed. And what's the other part of the question? What kind of wedding do you want? All I'm going to say is fairy tale. That's all I'm going to say on that question, because otherwise I will give so much away, and when it comes to the wedding content, you guys will be like, oh, we knew this is going to happen, you told us, we knew you was going to do that because you told us. So if I don't say anything, you guys are going to have a great big surprise as well. So there will be wedding content coming up. Well, not coming up, but there will be wedding content in the future, so make sure you're subscribed to that. Next question is, I've got 3 more questions left for you guys. The next one is, what makes you cry? Now, it's the same situation as the fears one. What makes me cry is when it comes to like Mother's Day, birthday, Christmas, the day she died. They're the days that definitely makes me cry the most. But if you're talking about crying as you've been laughing so much crying, then it has to be Nathan. Sorry, I just yawned at the same time. But yeah, it has to be Nathan, where he's doing something stupid and silly and it makes me laugh so much I'm crying. But that's a happy cry, you know what I mean? That's the kind of happy cry that everyone loves. But if you're talking about the emotional kind of cry, then it's got to be obviously my mum's birthday, like Mother's Day, Christmas Day, you know, all the stuff that basically with your mother in, and the day she died. That day is actually coming up as well. So you guys are actually watching this on the 17th. Well, I'm actually filming this on the 17th of July, and my mum's anniversary is on the 20th of August. So last two questions is, do you have any tattoos? Yes, I do. I have two. That's my first one. That was my very first one. It's the love heart with some wings on, and it's got mum in the middle of it, and it's got the day she was born and day she died at the bottom. And then my second tattoo is my arm piece. I have actually done a video of this tattoo as well, so go and check that out if you want any more details of what it is and what it says and everything else and the meaning of it. But yeah, have it ever broken your heart? Yes, same. This basically is exactly the same question, is the terrible breakup. Now, a couple of people have broken my heart. I'm obviously not going to say their names because that's my past and I'm going to keep it in the past. Nathan's my future, and so on and so on. But a couple of people that I've been with did actually break my heart. It's just the way they done it. It hurt me. So the first one ended it by text a week before Christmas. Now can you see why that was so bad? By text, which is horrible anyway, by text, you've got to say, if you're going to end it with someone, you need to say it face to face. But no, he was a coward and he done it by text, and he done it a week before Christmas. Like, how more coward and shallow do you need to be to do that? Like, that hurt me, right? And then the second guy hurt me because I found out he was cheating on me. It wasn't from him. It wasn't from his mum. It wasn't from any of his mates or anything. It wasn't even from his sister. It was actually from his auntie that told me. I got a message from her saying, are you with such and such? I said, yeah, why? She went, oh, I've just seen him to go into a house with a couple of girls, and I've seen him kissing a couple of girls into a house party, and God knows what's going to happen in there. And then apparently he texted his cousin saying he met a girl last night, slept with her and everything else, knowing that his auntie knew that I was with him. So she messaged me saying that he cheated on you, and I was absolutely livid. I was livid to find that out from his auntie, not from him, not from his mum, not from his sister, from his auntie. I was absolutely livid. So obviously I explained it to him, and he just kept lying and lying and lying, and finally I said, no, done. You cheated on me, you lied to me over and over again, you're done. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to talk too much about my exes because they're my past and Nathan's my future. I am happier now. Me and Nathan are so happy together, and yeah, that's the way it's going to be. There's going to be no more exes for me in the future because Nathan is my one and only, and we're going to get married with each other, so we're going to be man and wife, and yeah, have our own little kids annoying us and then finding boyfriends and girlfriends themselves, which is going to be great. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Today's video has been a Q&A part 2. If you guys have enjoyed it, give it a great big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification next to it so you're notified every time I upload. Again, there is a few more questions that I do want to answer, but I will do that later in another video. I think I've done loads of questions from now on. I've done a part 1 and part 2, so I'm just going to lay low on the questions for now. But if you guys have any questions that you guys would like to send in, then either send them by comments, leave it in the comment section below, or even send it on a message on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle down below for you guys as well, so you can go and check that out and send me a DM. Any questions you guys will want to know, anything about me, anything about my life, about what I do, how me and Nathan are, or anything in general. What do I like? What's my favourite food? What's my favourite drink? Where do I like to go out with the girls? You know, anything you like or anything you want to know, anything about me or anything, or even if you want to start YouTube and you need some more tips and stuff, then just send me the messages. I will get to you as soon as I can. If I get so many again, then I will just simply message you and say, I would love to answer this, but because there's so many questions been sending in, is it okay if I answer them on a Q&A video instead? So without further ado, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.